And we're live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Angel D, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, the garbage truck driver. Shout out to the public bus driver, the train driver. Shout out to all the drivers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the AC technicians, them. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the school teachers. Manners and respect to the school teachers. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others. As much as you want good for yourself, you're a good person. Shout out to you. And if I didn't call your profession, you know, says manners and respect still. We start off with a quagmire this morning because this is one of my favorite glasses I ever wore on live, and I couldn't find them again. I find them yesterday for $35. I said that is expensive for glasses because he's a man who wear $1 glasses. See? And then I invested in them only to find out, say, as we get ready to start the live this morning, the frame is bent. So I have to go back at the store if I can find my receipt and try get it back. Try switch it out. But these were one of my favorite, and them still don't look too bad, you know. Look, you can go on with the bent up frame same way. You know what? We'll go with it same way. I was gonna put these on. My trusted Minecraft glasses, blue light blockers, but these will work same way. Hey, here we are on another Monday morning, a beautiful Monday morning. I closed the chat on purpose this morning because I just felt like it. I don't know. Get your membership. If you can get your membership, then you'll be in the chat all the time. Otherwise, stay tuned. When I open it up, it'll be your turn to come in. We have a lot to talk about this morning, people. If I go get extra and carried away, I tell you that from right now. But let me big up some people in here first. Lil Red Gucci too, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well with you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Kaitai Jai Empress. Kaitai Jai Empress said no freebie. Me like doing some freebie sometime, man, because you know the people them support the thing and we have to cater. But, you know how that goes already. You can't give away for free what it is that you also have for sale. It just don't make no sense in business, right? You can't give away for free what you have for sale. All right. What let me see. My mind all over the place, but I have a list of things we're gonna talk about. Don't worry, we'll get on track soon. This is the warm-up. I know it go already, right? Angel D, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Angel D says, hi, SouFlo and the roommates. The early bird catches the worm. Yeah, I was gonna go early at 6:30 this morning, but I thought, nah. Lester Steph is in the building. Big up yourself. BM, Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr is in here. Blessings, fam. Audrey Wright says, morning, fam, and present teacher. BM is in the building. Onika St. John is here. Marcia Walters, Perlis123 is in the building. Vicky, Victory is in the building. Crystal G is in the building. Marilyn Grant's here this morning. Wayne Nathan is with us. Rosalind Smichael is here. Sharon Spence, Kaz Robinson, King Biggs. Thank you for being here. Banches, Kaitai Jai Empress is in the building. Elaine Brown is here this morning. Reggae Girl Bento is in the building this morning. Senior Sexy Roxy21 is here. If I didn't call your name, then you already know. His manners and respect. Same way, Donna Davis. All is good. Lil Red Gucci too. I've been here just under my other YouTube channel. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you for being here and I appreciate you. Audrey Wright and Lulu Ridges. All right, let's get on with it. One of these topics is gonna take a hard turn this morning. So, does Buju Banton owe Jamaica an explanation? We're gonna get into that, and the reason why I'm doing this one is we talked this out yesterday now with a bona fide family member. Shout out to my cousin, Sadia. We talked this out yesterday, and you know, it's an interesting topic. Does Buju Banton owe Jamaica an explanation? I want you to think about that because there's a whole story behind why I'm doing it, right? and I'll reveal that to you in a second. Phillip Paulwell's baby mother and the little girl, his daughter, 10-month-old daughter, they are still missing. Still $50,000 reward out for them. I don't think they'll ever be found again. Just saying. 3 shot, 2 fatally in Grand Spend. If you didn't know, over the weekend I put up a video. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Jashii, entertainment artist, dancehall reggae artist, Jashii, according to the news out of Jamaica, his brother got gunned down over the weekend. And then shortly after, a couple of people dead in the same area. So, I'm wondering if it's all connected and all these things. I was going to leave the chat open for this one, but then again, it wasn't enough. So we'll go off what we hear and know and see so far and what it looks like to us. All right. 8-year-old girl from Portland found dead with a bag over her face. And then there's another one. It's 2 little girls that I'm going to talk about. And there's a kind of weird court case. Sentencing has been postponed for an American that is convicted in Jamaica, and he's raising hell in court. But wait till you hear his charges, and wait till you hear who was assisting him and who helped him to catch that charge, basically. And then we'll talk about all that as well. Reggae Girl Benta say, Audrey Wright say, I saw so much we miss. Buju O explanation for. All right, let's start out right there with the Buju Banton story, because some sad story in here, and a sad like baby funeral. There are some sad stories in here. But we're going to get to the sad story and the deep conversations in a minute. Let's start out with this first. All right, so, Dancehall Mag. Somebody sent this to me over the weekend and said, hey, ask your audience this, poll the audience, see how they feel. Curly Locks. Curly Locks is one half of the duo Twins of Twins. Curly Locks says that Buju Banton is in no position to play watchdog when he's yet to admit to the wrongdoing that led him to his 10 years incarceration on drug-related charges in the U.S. So, Buju Banton came out in his orange the other day, the color of the People's National Party. Matter of fact, he attended their annual conference. Whole heap of people was there. When we say whole heap of people, listen, a man did a video and he said, rotted. When me come out, so he said, when I came out here, I thought this is the people them, because how the place pack outside, right? Only to find out that these are people that can't get in. And he lifted up the camera and showed. And if I was the current prime minister and I saw that kind of a turnout, I'd be a little bit nervous too. I don't think Andrew Holness is comfortable anymore, because it looks like they intend to hand leadership of Jamaica back over to the People's National Party. Buju Banton is spearheading that. Pretty much he's the first celebrity to step out with a big celebrity stage, to step out and say, this is the political party to lead next in Jamaica. He's caught a lot of flack for it. Rasta no mix up in the politics and all these kind of things. But Curly Locks of the Twin of Twins, took a different route, according to Dancehall Mag. Because I don't want them call me and say, brother, me never say nothing like that. The source where you get it from said that. See? So I hope that's what was said, because that's what this says. All right. So he is saying that Buju has no room to talk, basically, after he has not admitted to the wrongdoing that led to his 10 years of incarceration on drug-related charges. Footage of the reggae singer, whose given name is Mark Myrie, licking a dab of cocaine and commenting, I like it, to an informant was released to the public in 2018. I have that footage. I released that footage to the public in 2018. It's a video on SouFLoTV, because, see, I will release it. I mean, the video still did it. I wonder if that's why anytime I like all Buju's content and leave my comments, It never answers or even get a like or nothing like that. So maybe the world is small, you know. I like it. The world is small, and when you start out doing something, I remember 2018, this channel probably had like 50 53,000 subscribers, and we didn't know it was gonna grow, right? So we did catch the things them early and release them and these kind of things. I used to do it. I did it. I released that footage in 2018. I was disappointed because I was one of the fans that was of the impression that, yo, I show the Gargamel sing boom bye bye, you know, all on pull up. I show him sing that song there while they are persecuting him, you know. And I was under that impression as well. But when the video came out, and law enforcement in the US, they have a funny way of releasing these videos. So they make we go and talk, and we talked for years that, you know, they're persecuting Buju because this and that. But when we got a hold of that video and we saw for ourselves with our own two eyes, I was highly disappointed. Because you couldn't tell me, before that you couldn't tell me nothing. But to see it was something else. It was the great Gargamel Buju Banton. When I stop crying. Yeah. Lick it and did he lick it? I think he tasted it. I don't remember. I have to go watch it back. But it's still on SouFLoTV. It's still on SouFLoTV. Just type in the exact along those lines and type in SouFLoTV behind it. The video is going to come up. It has a yellow icon. It'll come up. Anyway, footage of the reggae singer whose given name is Mark Myrie licking a dab of cocaine and commenting, "I like it," to an informant was released to the public in 2018. It was a part of the evidence that was used to convict the Destiny hitmaker in 2009. I want to rule my destiny. Though he has maintained that it was a government conspiracy that took him down. So people are saying, which one is it? And you're not even being truthful and forward. Now, since being freed in 2019, Buju Banton has occupied his time with a few releases, performances, and occasional Instagram lives where he speaks his mind, blasting government's performance and, you know, speaking to people in general about life and choosing wisely and these things. His latest lashing surrounds the government's handling of the continued probe into the alleged fraud investigation, Firm Stock and Securities Limited, or SSL, where them thief off Usain Bolt money. Yeah, he got online and said, but that wasn't all he said. He said a lot of things. But Curly Locks seems to have had enough. This is how the article said. Curly Locks said this, quote unquote, "You cuss about SSL and who rob up money and what taxpayer have to go pay for. But you really think your opinion effective in other saga, yeah? Or any other saga right now when your reputation shake you with the people them?" He asked on his latest podcast episode. Can you come from jail, I go and like say, "Our Mandela them do. And that them lock you up for." That's what he said. You come from jail, I go and like says what Mandela did that them lock you up for. Like you were fighting for freedom and something, and you were a Rasta man that was on a righteous path, and it was a government conspiracy against you. What Curly Locks is saying is, we see a little coke, you know, and you never come and tell us, boy, Ray and Ray, you know, you still a pursue this thing like say, but hear what? I was one of them that said, listen, if Buju has made his changes in his life and obviously he wants to go forward, I'm one of them. I am a big Buju Banton fan. I don't think there's any song of Buju that you can start that I can't finish it. Like, know the lyrics them in my head, right? Even when he came home, when he got released from US lockup and he was sent back to Jamaica, or he went back to Jamaica, however you want to look upon it, voluntary deportation. I flew into Jamaica. For his concert, and it was pandemonium and mayhem. Maybe I shouldn't use those words. It was packed. It was an atmosphere charged with unity and happiness and celebration, and you know, And it was a good thing to be there, to feel that energy. So, and I ran into a few people there who were also on SouFLoTV. But anyhow, the way how this is politics. Let me explain to y'all where I think this is coming from. This is coming from Buju come out and I'm orange. And I don't know if Curly Locks them or the twins or one of the twins or both of the twins are on JLP time. So somebody have to go counter him now and remind the crowd now, say, him not squeaky clean, you know. I don't know if you want to really listen to him. Remember, say him did that on tape and lick coke while him telling us say him was a righteous Rasta man. That kind of thing. So is that tit for tat energy? Somebody go after somebody. That's where I think it's coming from. Now, maybe they're not. Maybe they can say, yo, SouFlo, me not have no political agenda. Me no depend none of the party them. And that might be their stance as well. So we don't know what them stance is, but this is politics. Politics bring this about right now. Curly Lock, I mean, he could have said this a long time ago before Buju come out in his orange. Not true? Yardy Vibes, wait there. Philly Yardy Vibes says he, along with Footer and I-Octane, are the only ones with courage to stand to the ruling class and politicians. He who? Who is he? Buju? King Big says fear is fear. Even if I rate the artists, if frig rate them do, we call it straight. Yeah, and you have to. Okay, Philly Yardy Vibe says yes. So he's one of those that he's not afraid to speak up, you say then, on behalf of the people and better for the people. Now, for reference, Nelson Mandela is the former president of South Africa who spent 27 years behind bars for opposing the country's apartheid regime. So when Curly Lock said, you come back and go and like say, away Mandela go to prison for them did lock you up for. Basically, what he was saying was you weren't fighting no oppression. You wasn't, doing nothing righteous. A coke you didn't like, and that them lock you up for. Coke you was involved in. So you owe the people an explanation before you can come back before the people and exert yourself as a leader among the people and an influencer among the people without being truthful to the people. So that is where my question comes in. Do you think that Buju Banton owes the people an explanation? You think Buju needs to come say, wait there, Curly Locks had some more words. Straight out of Dancehall Mag, Curly Locks continued and said, your words not carry no weight till you own what you did do. There's a cloud over your head. There's an elephant in the room. All of this effort where you put into rewrite history for turn wrongdoing in a different story. Like a true ya Rasta we sing boom bye bye make you go to prison. Could have avoid if you did just own up to it as a man. You wouldn't need all of that energy where you put into this innocent man with them set up narrative where you try to be truth. Babylon can't set you up if you don't take the bait. Where them you set the trap. Them entice you. Yes. Them entrap you. Yes. But you, the video, taste the coke. Me never see a gun at your head. That was his argument, word for word. The Gargamel permanently, his song Boom Bye Bye is banned from his catalog, as that's a personal decision of Buju to not perform that song anymore because of the stir that came from Boom Bye Bye, you know. May I tell you though that there were everybody across the globe was rocking out to Boom Bye Bye, you must have been united. They never know what the song did I say. As simple as it sounds to you as a Jamaican, they did not know what the song was saying. It was a coalition that was formed in New York, and it was the community that was coming together, that particular community, and amongst their members were Jamaicans who had fled to the US, got asylum and these things, and said, I can't stay in Jamaica in a car. Listen to these songs. This is exactly how they treat us there, right? I had to run for my life. It was one of them that was in a ranking position, that was sitting with others and listening to, and yeah, I love dancehall music. I love Jamaican music. But they were having that discussion. But they don't love us because and the person said, why do you say that? Because I never had a problem with any Jamaicans. And the person said, okay, your favorite song. You want to hear it? You want me to translate the words for you? I saw the drama starting up. I want Jamaican or drop a foreign. Start that. I said, let me translate the words for you guys so you understand this. And when they did, hailstorm started. Okay, that's when the picket things come out. Live on the air with SouFlo.
Morning.
Morning, family.
How you do, family?
Good, and you?
I'm having a great morning, but I left the light now, but here when you start out plan and I hit you quick.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Buju, you get on with the topic, right?
Yes. Does Buju Banton
Yes. Let me answer before you even don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, regardless of mistake what I make, we all him at that high, very high regard. Have that thing. Me look up to when he talk, the meaning, the word, what it's been put into.
Okay, me know so the crowd ain't gonna hear you too good, so I have to go translate what you say. So make it short for me so I can translate back to them because you're not clear for us.
All right, yes. So I'm saying to you, it speaks volume to me when you was speaking. And when me look and see take that, me not know if I can a degree turn that in talk. When take, when turn, when do, it hurt me to the gut and but it better if he never join no party and I say no and keep it that way. And he would have on that same eye level what you got time.
So wait. So him joining a party changed your views and fueled some disappointment, or the fact that
very much so,
or the fact that him did the on the video and I lick the coke. Which one?
Let me tell you something. So when time you say you release the video, me and my spouse watch it. I want get that program. I was going to bring it over because I would have not my chest to say yes. I put this out to the public. It was here, but you put it to the Jamaican public. So I saw it before you because I never know of you then.
Right.
You understand me? But when him lick the coke, I mean, that was a very low. But me, I'm not supposed to know stand up on something. Can me see put on one dance and like him in a one chat. And he eyes them look wild, come pay attention to bad language. I was looking like all going on one chat.
When was this? When you did see that one the way you described, I them look wild and all this. When was
all
this?
Right. It's before
him get locked up?
Before he get locked up.
Okay. And you did just think some under vibes or Rasta vibes or spiritual?
No, he was under the influence of something.
That's what you thought?
Yes, man. Let me say because we sit down and we discuss, we watch it, we understand how we discuss things. Mr. Pete, sure.
And back in them time that he was a national treasure in your mind, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I'm saying the man there was, like people have vibes and they have dance to want to and he might go all the way back down, but it's the eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes. And he was sweating profusely. He was sweating. I mean, look at that. And I say, no, sir. My man, something right with that man. Look, he's under sitting.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go on and talk about how he look at him. He look like he under something and all that. But does he owe Jamaican people an explanation before he can come back and assert himself as a leader?
Yes, and the reason why during this whole pandemic, even the album one put up when he said upside down, because it's like he's a prophet to me. That's why I saw him then. No more. So when he come out now and took this sudden U-turn, it bothers me, I think. And I'm saying,
did you not want him to go join any party, or did you want him to join another party?
let me say this here. When he spoke, for example, about your wife, and the boy, I'm still up there and you know, stand up them after the people. It better if you just speak it so I know stand up more than go join. Then the two colonial party, then the two party party.
Okay, that's all right. All right. You answer the question. So you never want him to join none of them party there?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. All right.
Just here with the good. What I think is good. Yeah, you understand me?
And what you think is good? Because politics is plain. Voting has to happen. If you don't vote, somebody is going to vote for you. So what do you think he should have done then?
It better if he just carry the people of regular thinking mind.
Politics is playing. Voting has to be done. If you say you didn't want him to go JLP or PNP, what would you have wanted him to do then?
Try something new.
Try something new.
Because he was on the part of saying that, and he was actually saying it as well.
All right. All right. All right then. So let me go talk this up some more in here.
Yes, all right.
All right. Manners and respect, yeah?
Love, bye.
All right, love. All right. So that was pretty clean cut. She said, yes, he owes them an explanation. He was held to a higher regard and these kind of things. How many people in here think Buju owes an explanation? Do the caller realize he was right as regarding the pandemic? Listen, here's the thing. Politics is playing. I said this before. I'm not one of the people that tell people don't vote. Because when you don't vote, somebody votes for you. And whether you like it or not, they're not stopping the process because you didn't vote. Somebody will just vote for you. And a part of politics is knowing how to it's a tactic. Knowing how to break some people's spirits so they don't trust the process, so they don't vote. Remember, I know this is the United States of America for a very long time. People that look like me and you couldn't vote here. All right. And there was a reason for that. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I am well. It's Monday. I'm alive.
Yes, yes.
So, I'll be brief.
All right.
Just a response to the last caller. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you believe that Buju is a truth teller, right? And he calls it like he sees it. Mm-hmm. We can't say he's not speaking his truth because he's doing something we may not agree with, or he's supporting a party that we may not agree with.
Right.
I think it's a stronger case if someone who's usually out of the fray, so to speak, and they always will speak the truth, no matter if it's popular or not. Maybe he's been doing his research behind the scenes, spending time with the people, and then he felt confident enough to say that I'm going to support the PNP. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't mean necessarily that he is now a part of the system. He could be saying like, listen, of the options available, I'm going to go behind this party because of A, B, and C.
Right.
Now, does he need to step up and just really speak to what he did? Yes, it would make a stronger case, but why now? So the people in Jamaica will pack up the stadium and jump up and down and a flash pan when he was there.
Right.
Why wasn't the cry then?
Right.
I mean, it's been years.
Right.
So if we say we accept you and we forgive you and we love you and welcome home, my God, welcome home. We know he wasn't away at camp.
Right.
We knew he wasn't fighting in the hills of Colombia like Fidel Castro and Che Guevara. We know he was in prison.
Right.
Welcome home, Buju.
All right.
And that's that.
Manos.
All right, SouFLo.
All right. Big up yourself. All right. All right. Well said. Well said. Loud and clear. I can't. Hey, loud and clear. This is what I think, though. She made a good point just now. So that big crowd what it out there the other day, not one of the people them out there said, give me an explanation. They didn't. A whole heap of people did out there. Not one said, give me an explanation. Don't come out here unless you give me an explanation. That crowd, when Buju step out, he didn't say nothing. The man just step out and go so. And the place just lift up. So that tells me a lot. That tells me a lot. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain at all.
That's right. Listen, me not think him needs to explain nothing to no explanation to nobody.
You don't think so neither?
No. And the thing about what I think is that problem shouldn't they put on the orange shirt. Me not believe in the politics then. Him shouldn't just stay in music and still just be about the people and better for Jamaica.
So he should not have taken a political stance.
Be for the people, not about no party. That's the problem with Jamaican people. Them about party and not about the country.
But here's the thing.
Not the party.
Right, but here's the thing. Politics is keeping right now. So in order to be for the people, you have to be into some form of politics. So how was he going to be for the people without being for a party? Remember, I know this process is to pick who is going to lead the country in a different direction from where it's going now. And as a citizen, he sits and he sees how it's going, and he's like, country for sale, apply within, nothing go on good. Tell me what I go on, why they must sell off everything. So he was like, you know what? No, me need one. Let me try this other party now and tell the people them to give them power to see what different can happen, because I don't like what's happening. Shouldn't he be able, though, as a Jamaican citizen, to take that kind of stance? Are you saying, or you think him should have go vote quietly, keep his opinion or his party to himself?
Go vote quietly and keep go vote quietly.
Yes. Don't use your platform to influence people to vote neither or either. Okay.
Exactly.
I get it now. Yep. Ja. That's a tough place to be in. That's a tough place to be in.
I thought it should be.
That's how you think it should be?
Yeah. Just keep yourself quiet, vote quietly, and just still speak up for the people then. Nothing wrong with that.
Somebody said them feel like him did promote him new album, but I don't think so. Because him could have promoted that new album at a JLP concert.
Exactly. Or on his own.
Right.
Or do his own thing.
Right.
Yeah. So him shouldn't do that. I'm not into the politics, and he shouldn't have done that. He should have just, like what we said, vote quietly and
but at the same time, he does not owe them no explanation.
No, nobody no explanation.
All right.
Everybody know I'm in a jail for. Please.
All right.
That's old news.
All right then. Let it rest. Not true?
Yep.
All right. You're hearing the voice of the people.
Yes,
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right then.
All right.
Have a good day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Let me see. We hang up our call. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, family. How are you doing?
I'm good. With Buju situation, I don't think Buju owed nobody no explanation. He did his crime and he do his time. The past is the past. And he's a taxpaying citizen for Jamaica. You only have two political parties out there. And if one ain't doing good, and he's the voice, as what people say, he's the voice for the people, he has to take a stand. He has freedom of speech. So whichever way he want to take it, if it was the PNP in power and doing that, he would go over to the JLP and to make a stand and say, we need a change.
Same.
So if either one of them not doing good, you got to make a change. And he's a taxpaying citizen. He has the right to do whatever he wants to do.
Right.
Everybody has their right to vote.
Right.
Whosoever it be. So it doesn't matter because people look up at him and because he's the voice of the people. He's singing it into song and nobody is paying it no mind.
So you have to come out and demonstrate
he has to come out and demonstrate what he's talking about.
He should do, right?
Exactly.
You know what? You know what? That's why I love talk to you, because I hope the twins are watching this or will watch it at some point and realize that majority of the people, like it looks like a high 95%. Actually, I've only seen one comment that says he owes an explanation. One so far. I'm watching the comment section. I'm listening to the people calling. I saw the PNP rally and the amount of people was there. Nobody a ball out for your explanation. So I don't know. The twin might have stepped into something here.
Whatever he was doing, who was doing it with him? He did his crime and he got caught and he's doing his time. Which one of us did go spend the time with him for him to come explain to us?
True. But not only that, here what? The other day when they said online, and I brought it to the show, them say, I not even listen. I don't know why people listen to Buju Banton, because all him do is hide up on property behind him big wall and talk on social media in parables. Them people that not do nothing for the people. Why don't you come out and lead the people? Well, rotted. If that wasn't coming out to lead the people and he did it with not so many words, just it was powerful. It was a. Anybody else have done it yet? It was a powerful. It was a powerful thing.
Citizen. And whatever the other rest of us people are going through, he's going through the same thing.
Them say come out and show it and come out and lead. It doesn't get any more clear cut than that.
So the past of his past is the past. Many of us made mistakes and we change.
Yeah. And I firmly
use that to beat him to say, well, because he did that and him shouldn't be on the forefront of nobody. You can't vote quietly in Jamaica. You have to make your voice be heard.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we as Jamaican people need to stop this.
Yeah, and I firmly believe, so if a person is trying to change from a bad past or a mistake in the past, I don't
put it in his face.
Yeah, I don't believe
every time you keep flinging the same thing in his face. Look how many years is that.
Up on a real life level, people live in your past more than how you live in your past if you're a person that's trying to be better.
Exactly, SouFLo. Nobody wants to do something that is wrong, and as people keep reminding them about it every day.
True. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah, I appreciate you for that.
We need to leave his past alone. His past is not the past. We are focusing on the future now for Jamaica.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Right now, Jamaica don't have nothing to live off of.
And somebody have to come talk up.
Exactly.
And them say, come, one of them entertainer, why them sit down so quiet, nobody not saying nothing, and the man step out, and then you hear this.
Exactly, and everybody have seen the prints, but they're just complaining behind the walls. So now he's brave enough to come forward, let the man speak.
True. I'm all for it.
Thank you, SouFLo. That's it for the day.
All right, manners and respect here.
All right. Have a good one. Big up the kids then too.
All right.
And wifey.
All right, manners and respect.
All right.
Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How are you doing?
Every day above ground is?
A good day. A
blessing. I'm tell you something. You see, Buju can't do no wrong in my eye. I tell my son to he's my father. Even though my father can't favor him. No, Buju can't do wrong in my eye. You know what, SouFLo? Real talk. Everybody make mistakes.
See it.
And I don't like the idea for curly locks always a beat down on people and act like them perfect, them don't make mistakes.
Rotted.
Each and every one of us have a fair share of mistake in life that we make, and we owe no one explanation.
True.
As simple as that.
True.
Well, so if Buju have to explain them wrongs, everybody have to explain them wrongs.
Yeah, the people them who hurt somebody owe them an explanation. But if you made your mistakes and your mistake wasn't one of those where you connive, scheme and hurt somebody and break somebody's heart and mash up them meds and stuff, you don't owe nobody an explanation. That's how I feel like. If I feel like some people are living a people past more than them themselves.
You're so right.
Right? Like all me from 2000. We're in 2023. Somebody who remember me from 2000 might not remember a good person. They might not remember an articulate person. They might remember a ignorant, hothead kind of person. And I'm not that anymore, and that was many moons ago. So when people try to change to become a better person, I think we should facilitate. I think we should let them. He never kill nobody. And I like him did a rape off picnic. It's not one of the unforgivables.
It's true.
You know?
So when I hear you put the topic this morning about it, I'm like, why these guys don't just shut up? Because at the end of the day, you know, every single one of we have a fair share, you know. And he maybe have something will come out soon where he not going to want nobody call him out the way I call out Buju. You see, if we take time and mind our own business in our life, this world would be a better place. And stop pointing finger. Because nobody's perfect.
Absolutely. I agree, my friend.
I don't like it, man. Yeah. Unless you can prove something against somebody, as we say, rape, kill, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
This is a long article. So in order to give it fairness and balance, I'm going to get into the rest of what Curly Lock said right now. Forget fairness and balance. Come in, I want him say, you see that? You see all the things I'm going to say, and the man have it in a print in front of him, you know, and him only say 1/3 of what I say. So I'm going to go into the rest of what was said.
Him too contradicting for my use.
All right, so.
They can't deal with him.
Well, all right. So you state your piece. You don't believe you don't.
Buju to the world.
Buju to the world. All right, my
friend. Can't do no wrong in my eye.
All right. Manners and respect, see?
All right. Take care. I heal up the family.
Yeah, you do the same.
Okay, bye.
All right. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. This call kept coming through the whole time. That's why I am answering, because I want to give you a chance. Live on the air with... Wait there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo.
Yes, family.
Let me tell you something. Black people get educated with white people education, and they feel that they must go down that same route as everything. And remember, you know, them same white people put cocaine in the black neighborhood, and then them starve them, and then make them go after it, right? Then they turn around and lock them up, right? Another situation, them do the same thing with going on with Africa. Africa full of rich resources, and yet still, them hold them down and call them poor. Then come again, they say Jamaica have independence. Them say Africa have independence. But how can you have independence when you were never dependent? Them have flag, most of them have independence. Them have no independence. What they must have to strive for is liberation. France and all of them, England and all of them, they need to be independent of black people because they are black people problem. Then we want to take up their terminals. Oh, you must be ashamed because you sell cocaine or you get involved in cocaine. You must be ashamed because you sell marijuana.
So
well, they must give people marijuana years. Now they're making money off it, it's legal. So all of a sudden now you go in the store and buy marijuana, you're okay.
Rotted.
So why are we playing these games? And then the system is still the same.
So you're basically saying don't crucify our own.
No.
Don't crucify our own.
Because these things are there laid for you. It's like the same thing with Niger. Then the Frenchman start back and sit back and, you must respect democracy and constitution. The constitution and their democracy was written by them. And it's a business plan to make them rich. So it's just the same thing like them saying, kill the money. But them not say kill the money, them say take out the target. So it's the same way them come back and say, respect the constitution. It means the same friggin' thing, hold you down.
Yo, yes, caller. So let me run it in a nutshell for those who, some people are saying you're gone the long way and we have to think you're gone left. All right. I was enjoying it though, because you're making sense. But
no, it's weird. It's not that we're gone sense, because is what I'm trying to show you, say they should not hold anything. against Buju for what Buju come out and say and criticize.
Okay.
And then you're picking up something else to create distraction from the real issue.
So he owes nobody an explanation.
Nobody no explanation.
All right. Right, that's all. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, the brother, well, you know, that's the way he said, you know, I don't, half of that theory there I don't really subscribe to and have a problem with, but, you know, I've never been the type where blame my surroundings and circumstances. And we have to raise some warriors. Me don't want to raise no son. We say, yo, you know, say I just become the poor still and we're growing at the ghetto, you know, and my daddy them couldn't afford no better, so me just born in this thing, environment. If I want to raise a son or a group of sons where they're like, no matter what my beginning circumstances is, I'm rising above this, right? And I've seen too much of us use exactly what he just said. Me not look out against it, you know. He made perfect sense. But I've seen too much of us continue to use that as, yeah, well, when I say somebody said, yo, you know, them just catch John on I-95 South in Miami with 20 kilo of coke in them car. Hear them now. Yeah, so what? Free that man. The government are the biggest drug dealer. Them ship tons. So I understand all, but you have to take away yourself from that, right? You know what the trappings are. You know them, okay, if I'm going to try to starve you out and lead you down that way, where that's the only option you have. There's still other options because many others have done it, right? So I don't want my youth to be one of the one them will follow everybody else go to prison. I want my youth them to look back in them old adult age and be like, I lived a life where I never entered prison. I lived a life where I was never into criminality. I lived a life where I was, you know, hardworking, dedicated, stand-up kind of guy, provided well for my family, used my brain, mapped this thing out with the intelligence that God gave me. So that's how we have to deal with it. But big up to that caller that still. At the end of the day, though, he's saying, Buju don't no explanation. Still, Mr. Artist said, where you cook for tea? Where you cook for tea? So that you could have said. Anyhow, here one. Curly Locks went on to say, Curly Locks made it clear that he is not insinuating that Buju Banton cannot be flawed. That's not what he's saying, but that he should be accountable for his actions. Quote unquote, people who truly love you, disappointed in you, not necessarily in a way you do, but how you handle it. Like a little boy, brother. You take a 10-year-long walk to freedom, yes, but it looked like you never take a 10-minute thought about what freedom truly is. You think, say, you're not addressing this tension between you and your true fans, starting with me as number one, make you any different from any politician we ignore with feelings for decades? So Curly Locks are take it personal, and he's coming from a place of him being Buju Banton's number one fan. That's what he's saying. Starting with me as number one. So now you're talking to us like politically, and he's saying, well, you know no different than the politician them that have ignored our cries for feelings for decades. As a fan, me feel some way about what happened with you, and would I like you if you just come straighten out the truth and make we say, yeah, you're a big man. You say, yo, this is what happened. That's a part of my past now. And you youths, I don't want to go down that road either. I can tell you what's down there. You know, maybe he might look on it like this. I don't want to flag anybody in this, but maybe he's looking at it like this. You know them entertainers that sing gun songs and murder lyrics and dash out boy and, you know, slap out boy brain with and marrow fly gun pan wall and, you know, bust my gun in a boy face and stab out a boy belly with my ratchet. And you know them kind of artists there. I kind of wish that those kind of artists would actually have a whole panel discussion where they sit down and do it about once every couple of months, about twice a year. All right. So the message start to get across. And do it on their platforms as well. So listen, criminality is not the way. This gun thing, this gang thing, this murder people thing, contract killing, sling drugs, that it only lead you here or there. Please don't think that's what we are doing, right? While my lyrics say me walk and shoot up a bunch of people and these and things, and me heartless and me not care, I was actually in the studio all night. I went in at 6 p.m. and we grind all night and we never come out till 6 a.m. the next morning. So hard work we're talking about. What we say in the song is only for entertainment, albeit a weird kind of entertainment, because who gets entertained by listening to songs that tell you about killing people and other people being killed, especially their own people? It's kind of psychotic, but it's a psychotic type of entertainment that has a market for it. And, you know, no businessman goes into business to fail. So me try sing the good song, them not gravitating towards it. Me sing 2 bus out head songs, see there, Visa, me there Canada. Left Canada, me gone to England. Left England, just left Germany. Now me I go to the US. US passport, visa just come through. Now I'm heading this way. It's taking me places. But I don't, and it take me out of poverty too. So I don't want you to think that this is what we're glorifying. It might sound up on a rhythm, but may I tell it to your face, there's a difference between this and this. If them cut it raw like that for the youth, them and do it every once in a while, trust me, that would be create a big undercurrent where we would actually see some difference. I'm telling you right now that majority of the youth, them that listen to a certain kind of music, actually really thinks that this is the life that the person who sings it live. And they emulate them, they imitate them, they try to be them, live out the lyrics them. Art imitate life, life imitates art, kind of thing. Far as Buju go though, and him asking for an explanation or demanding that Buju says what really happened and clear the air, I don't know. It's from a fan's perspective. And if it's from a fan's perspective, I just saw the fan they feel, right? I love, may I tell you this, brother. That's what he said. He says, I love, may I tell you this, brother. You are my artist. And you make me do music. Your embarrassment is my embarrassment. A man can say anything to take shame off of themselves still enough. And that's why people who love you are dead if you hold you accountable to whatever confession or testimony you make. But it's pathetic, brother, to watch you make excuse. And that's it. Me wish Banton had taken the Flipper Mafia approach. Shout out to Flipper. When I say Flipper, I see Flipper in our kitchen the other day, and he was flipping food in the kitchen in my work. And I said to myself, well, he went from flipping bricks to flipping a spatula in our kitchen, right? And I just left a comment over there that says, no shame in your game. This is what he has to do. I think he's on parole or something like that, probation, parole, however you call it, whichever one him depend. And just move forward, but move forward in a positive way. Flipper himself was released from prison in October after being found guilty of operating an international drug trafficking and money laundering ring in 2016. I saw him on an interview the other day. I don't remember whose interview where him said, why you think I go back to the US? True, me left $1 million cash there. And I thought to myself, that better be a figure of speech. I know you're gone for a little while, but at social media was here before you left. So watch what you say, right? But anyhow, you know, people get on camera and tell upon themselves and all kind of something. But I'm not encouraging anybody's criminality. If you do what you do and you're not smart enough to do it a certain way and you get catch, that's your business. You know what comes with what you choose, right? But seeing Flipper and the way how he is handling things, show some nice part about the place here recently. Them sell off. Doing good since he came out. No shame in his game. Even, you know, Flipper did real hype. And if he get the Porsche Panamera car, he might get the SUV if he match it. And people are saying, where the hell all this money coming from? Because nobody ain't booking him and paying him that much. And he's not selling that many records. And then boom, basket bottom drop out and everybody here. Tory drop a road, him drop a prison, him whole thing crashed down. But he came back like, yeah, me get catch. It is what it was. And now, I do it the right way. right? He was in there. He got his education going. So did Buju, though, with the education part. And make him, I know same time wasn't wasted, right? He was trying to better himself. And this is basically what he's saying that Buju should have done. Embrace it. Say what it is that happened. Be clear about it. So the people them not left around here talking about, yeah, Babylon for Bundong. I see how them set up Buju Banton and, you know, only because of my Rasta, people go away feeling like this was something that had nothing to do with you, though the system just came against you. So you have your fans, them living and believing a lie. And at some point, just be truthful with them. They'll still love you, but be truthful with them and move forward like that. Flip out them little boy for you. Somebody people would have considered secular, having no particular belief or moral direction, and yet you will consider yourself as a spiritual, and who most of we consider the same. Find it difficult to bend your knees to the truth, Curly Lock said. Embarrassing? You're a coward. Until you do it, and you now get back your voice until you do it. And to a Jamaica there now, it need your strength. It need your voice. But the voice there, after you come from an authentic place, and I say that with love and respect. May I advise you, be quiet till you face your own ockery before you talk about other people, bro. That is all that he allegedly said. Curly Locks versus Buju Banton, that part. So basically he's saying that, yeah, we need you. That's why I said it's important to read through the whole thing and give everything that he said, not just a piece. That ending, the man say, I love, may I tell you this, brother, you are my artist, and you make me do music. Your embarrassment are my embarrassment. A man will say anything to check shame out of them eyes, themselves, still enough. And that's why people who love you, if you hold you accountable to whatever confession or testimony you make. So in other words, Buju Banton tell a lie just to take the shame out of them eye, because that's not what really happened. So just be truthful, because that's all we want from you. But it's pathetic, bro, to watch you make these excuses, right? And then he went on to say, embarrassing? You're a coward. And until you do it, you now get back your voice until you do it. And to where Jamaica they are now, it need your strength. It need your strength. It need your voice. But that voice there, have to come from an authentic place. And I say that with love and respect. May I advise you, be quiet until you face your own effery. Listen, I think what Curly Loxa says, like, you know, you start go church and you love church and these kind of things, and you're in there and, you know, you get into the spirit and the feel and the good of it and all, and then this man, pastor, because you're a wayward sinner, you know, so you go places, your feet go places that sinners' feet should not go. So you run up one place, run one part one night and beer darkness going around at these ends, and who you buck up in around there? Pastor. And pastor depend him what's arrest behavior around there. You think so you can go back around a church Sunday morning and go so with pastor again and believe when pastor say, in the name of Jesus, you go sit down there and say, yo, brother, that now come from a real place called Missy you, round so, which part you shouldn't there. That is what the twin is trying to say. Or one half of the twin is trying to say. And that's what I try to say. And that is what he's saying. Yeah, not trying. That is what he's saying in so many words. So some people do believe that Buju does owe them an explanation because they feel like they were lied to. They feel like they're mad at the system for Buju when they shouldn't be, because it wasn't no system thing. It was something Buju was into that got him to that. But end of the day, like I'm saying, and okay, let's take it from this. The man said you will not get back your voice until you do. I want you to look at Buju before incarceration and Buju after incarceration. But before incarceration is a whole different Buju from Buju after incarceration, as in the level of his influence, his stardom, and all that. It has diminished. The album where Buju just dropped didn't even hit Billboard. And I think this is like his first album to do that. You know what I mean? So, hey, maybe he has a point. Maybe he has a point. If him feels some stuff up front fully, maybe there is that group of people that actually wants the truth. You know? It's the popular thing to say, nah, let that man live his life. He already paid his time. And we're trying to move forward and stop living in other people's past. But if you want to really look at the message where him just sent, he said, the people need your voice. We need you. Come talk for it. But you have to empty out a vessel first before you come talk for it. Then we'll believe your genuineness. Some people are saying, album him go, they go promote. So, no. That's why they want to hear the raw, uncut from you, Buju. LA says, if he's going to be a political figure, then yeah. Yeah? Shine did, and Shine is now running for president. True. But Shine came out and said every detail and owned every crevice and corner of his. He didn't he didn't make up any stories about, yeah, you know, it's them people there have an agenda against, you know, and true, me sing the song where say boom bye or something like that, them start a crusade for get me in a prison. No. I've always said to my audience this though. I've always said a plane could fly over and drop a ton of cocaine. And a plane could fly over and drop 1 million guns loaded and fully ready to go. It's still the mindset of the individual or the mindset of the people. If you decide to go mess with that, then them can tie you up in a gun charges and court charges and all these things. But they could pile that up around me all they want to. It's not my interest, so them can't catch me with that. Right? Me I go walk past it like it's not even there. Right? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
All right. I have a couple of things to say. If you want change, you have to vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Buju don't owe anybody any explanation. And he could do whatever he wants. You gotta sweep out Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he has always been a PNP.
Yeah. Where's that?
Even when he has always been a PNP.
But he has never made it known like he did now.
Well, he has to do what he got to do. Look what Andrew is doing to the country.
I saw.
He has to do what he has to do, and somebody has to step out. And then when you guys talk about the independent party and the UIC, right now, to the way the country is, anybody who vote for the UIC, I think, are mad with Andrew. That would take away vote from the PNP and give Andrew a better chance to win. Because, no, let's look into it.
Interesting, yeah.
If something, okay, or we're mad with Andrew, we'll say, okay, let's get Andrew out. But the PNP, we're not going to vote for them.
We're
going to vote for UIC. Andrew's going to win. Plain and simple.
Wow. Y'all heard what she just said? It makes sense.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, I appreciate you greatly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Made perfect sense too. The people who tell people don't vote, me nah vote. Yo, why them people are still a go vote? You're gonna have to live under somebody else's what they voted for. Don't cry. Just accept that. Those are the ones who tell people don't vote. And then the ones who say UIC. All right. Me not vote for JLP. Me not like PNP. Me not vote for JLP because I don't like how Andrew or anything. And then they go and say, but PNP are the same thing. And they head over to UIC. The UIC is not that strong enough yet, basically, is what she's saying. So that vote that you could have given to the other party to make sure you sweep out who's in there now and at least have some level of change. If you give it to a third party, you took it away from who should or would be. So if you do it, you counter your own wish was to see who is in there now leave. You will actually help who is in there now to stay there. Yeah. Man, You know, me feel bad sometimes, you know, because me know so when me talk, people like Mr. Patterson and them, they're watching, they see these things, right? So Mr. Patterson is like, God, look on SouFlo, just kill UIC. He's not telling the people them to go vote UIC. He's not telling the people them about UIC, you know, all these things. It's not that. And I feel bad because I was really rooting for, man, we need something different. You know, and speaking to him, Mr. Patterson, he sold it to us that way, where it was like, yo, this is it. Try this. But the people not moving behind it. This thing don't stand still, and the people aren't moving behind it. Not in the numbers that are going to be effective. Right? Inga Baby 51 says, I don't have any problem with all the infrastructures and all the businesses that's being created in Jamaica. I just want to see more being done for the ordinary citizens like the police, the teachers, the nurses. Yes, and you know what, Inga Baby? Absolutely. Absolutely. Me see somebody the other day say, we can't name infrastructure. And all this man get up and talk about every day is infrastructure. Asphalt and road a bill and new highway and more road a bill and building and infrastructure. We can't name them there. Half of them big old apartment building that them a build. The average Jamaican can't afford one of those. And then not only that, no one said we can't name asphalt and infrastructure, right? And the backbone of any country, remember me tell you, the backbone of any country are the people who Inga Baby 51 just said. The police, the teachers, the garbage man, the regular, the nurses, the nurses' aides, the people that are who make the place run. So if they are treated the worst and left to scrape the bottom of the barrel, then it's all downhill, man. It's all downhill. Teachers baffle me. Like, what's going on with the teachers baffles me. Because they should, nobody now stand up in that front and fight for the teacher them. Yesterday, I saw an article that said, Cuba, that's an option. Yeah, we're looking at importing teachers from Cuba to come teach in Jamaica. Wow. While all our Jamaicans are running away from Jamaica that are teachers, you're looking to bring in teachers from Cuba to come teach at Jamaica. That is as ridiculous to me as watching $25 million worth of chicken back and chicken neck imported into Jamaica annually. Like our chicken them we grow in Jamaica and have back and neck. Like we can't grow enough chicken too. You know? But boy, let's close off this Buju curly locks something here. Right, that's all. I understand from both sides. From both sides. If you're a genuine fan and you demand an explanation, I can't say you shouldn't. Some of we buy Buju music from when time I did what 1999, 21.99 and something album. And we used to go pay if you buy it. Yeah. So invested, and if he performed anywhere, we were there. Tickets buy from early. Invested. So if those fans demand, like, come on, man, just tell us the truth. Because we out here still mad at the system thinking it's you. And we looking at people shady that we shouldn't be looking at shady. Yo, you see all them Yankee boy there. Fuck them Yankee boy there, Dr. boy, them man there. You see how them did the Buju. All because man sing boom bye bye. You're sending on a message where I mix up some people when I not even so the thing go. I can see how fans would want to. And then, of course, on the other hand, I can also see how we would get to the place of, you know what? It's really not important at this point. You know, at this point, let's move forward. And I will say this. Buju before is not the same Buju now as far as influence and clout goes. He's not. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
SouFlo, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks, man.
All right.
There's just one thing I want to say to the people of Jamaica. And is that we oftentimes talk about infrastructure when it comes to politics. and the politician normally push that narrative, make it seem as if giving the people water, light, infrastructure, and stuff like that, it's not an obligation. They make it seem like it's a favor.
Right.
But in reality, it is the government is obligated to give the people this.
Yes.
Because of tax-paying dollars.
Yes.
So the narrative that I would like to see comes from the politicians is, what are you going to do? What are you going to give us outside of the infrastructure that you're obligated to give us?
That you're obligated to give us. In 2023, there shouldn't be any more communities without running water. In 2023, there shouldn't be any more roads in communities that people have to park their car and walk the rest of the way, or if you go up and down that couple of times for the month, you need a whole new front end for your vehicle. In 2023 and beyond, there shouldn't be people sleeping on the floors in the hospitals, no rats and roaches running around in our hospitals, and the bathroom them in the hospital looking those decrepit and nasty conditions. And we shouldn't be flying out to foreign because somebody burned up or got in an accident in the country and there's no medical facility there capable of treating them. In 2020, there's so much that's going on that needs to be addressed, right? But that's outside of, like you're saying, that's outside of the infrastructure, roads and building stuff, because that right there is supposed to be the given.
My point exactly.
Right.
So, but what the government does is wait till election time. You see, they go fix some streets, they run some water, and brainwash the people. So the people are like, okay, this one give us water, this one give us road, so we're gonna vote for them.
Yes.
They're obligated to give you this.
Yeah. They shouldn't be sharing this out only at election time. Just like the Prime Minister message, I think a couple of days ago, Thursday or Friday, I went over it. His recent speech after the PMP did their annual meeting where Buju showed up and there were so many people there. I feel like he got spooked because by the next day, front page is what he said. The Prime Minister says that we have enough money to fix all the roads in the country. I'm going to say what this.
That's his foolishness, bro.
Well, from the idea I need till now, I know you had enough money to, and here's the slick part, right? This is like selling ice to an Eskimo. We have enough money to fix all the roads in the country, you know. That means the money is there and well taken care of. But it's more about the logistics of moving it around. You know, it's about making sure that it is used in a safe manner and it doesn't get into the hands of corrupted individuals and him gone the long route with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you had that money all along, why weren't y'all fixing the roads all along? Why politics a year come up now and close to election time is when we hear say money that if you fix all of the road, them also if I vote JLP, y'all have the money already, so y'all gonna fix all the roads, right?
Yeah, but they get the people in the state of mind.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So once they
exactly
chuck in the state of mind, they know how to manipulate it continuously.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, my brother.
Yeah, so that's just my thing. Yeah. And let me just drop this in. I remember some years ago while I was living in Jamaica. And I remember this MP close to election, what he did, there was no running water in that community. And what he did was put a steel drum about between 3 to 5 miles from where there was a standpipe, and fill the tank of water and tell people that they have running water now, right? So he went to the standpipe and drank from that pipe, and the people burst out in joy and happiness and oh yeah, we have. And before the election was done, the tank was dry.
It's like when they fix the roads during election.
Yeah.
You know, since shortly after the election, the liquor matter they mix up and put it on the road. The rain dig it back out and we back with the same old roads with big old craters in them. It's the same thing. When you say, my election done, the tank dry.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
But
God.
SouFLo, continue doing a good job.
Manners, I respect you, my brother.
We respect you, man. We are here on the job and we listen to you every morning, man.
Manners. Appreciate you. Thank you. God, no. Yeah, I'm talking for some big claffy idiot tonight. You see when time election coming, you see them fixing up the roads. I always say this. I'm like, yo, that lost. And it don't. Halfway into the first year. Remember, I know, when you cast your vote, how long they going to be in there for? Years. Or 4 years or more? Yeah, so all them need is for you to cast that vote now so I get back in my job now. After I get back in my job, I don't give a damn about you. That road there, boy, Jojo, you know, so we have 10 million to fix the road that McLaren done that little piece there. Yeah, but here what? I want about 8 mil out of that for myself. So we are going to do it with 2 mil now and make it look good. We can patch it up nice, man. We can patch. It's like one of them mechanics that you go to, and every time you go to them, something new happens to your car. But if you stop go to them, nothing happens to your car anymore, except for what every now and then your maintenance. Them people are full of tricks, you know. Full of tricks. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. So everybody is saying Buju is with the PMP, Buju is with the PMP people. Shaggy is with the PMP. Did you all see him? Or did you see when the MP says the two biggest beat in music is with the PMP?
Yes, Shaggy and a bunch of others. Did you see the big hug up
yes,
picture?
because SouFLo, what we must realize, the Labour Party is uptown, is rich people business,
JLP.
corporate Jamaica business. Back in the days, most musicians is PMP because Labour Party did not recognize Rastafarian and they don't recognize the regular Jamaican.
Talk up now.
So everybody can app off a Buju Banton. Because enough of them when I come forward, I go vote PMP.
Yeah, enough of them, especially enough of them Rasta there. So we not forget the Coral Springs massacre, you know.
Yes, a PMP them vote.
Yeah.
So even though enough of them not come up the one them we have vote, a PMP them align with. And we have to understand, say, enough opportunity. You know, that's why
your phone and break up on we. Your phone and break up on we. Hello. Your phone breaking up on us.
Yeah. All right, sorry, you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now. Missed both.
I am saying you realize which party is trying to change the constitution. The Labour Party will realize the regular civilian in Jamaica have too much opportunity and is qualified for too much stuff. Them can't believe that the slave master they move on and give so much right in the country. Look who are trying to keep it from with. Okay.
I saw.
Right round this. So, Andrea talk about infrastructure. Yes, there's infrastructure, but there's no social infrastructure. We don't see libraries getting computers. We don't see more school buildings to stop overcrowding.
We don't see hospitals getting equipment.
We're not getting parks. Where is the social infrastructure? Where is the money?
Damn.
Yeah, show we invest a building where we can step up and security no push we have.
Yo, talk.
What am I talking about?
Yeah.
We are talking about social infrastructure. We not see no road. The road where we see we have to pay if we go pan it. For regular parish council road, then pitchy patchy.
Same way. Talk.
So we not see with money. You usually could have go through NHD and get house. Now you have to go through the bank. Because them change that rich people thief you all away money. So for now, we have to go and the socialite, still we see a third party.
Why? Yeah.
So a poor people, did I look for change from Andrew, we never get it. Because we say, all right, him born after independence and him go do it and him didn't do it. So guess what? Poor people sweep him out and you see them come out. No pitney never did that.
Yeah.
All of who born from 90s down to 2000 where they go vote and say, all right, me they grew up on my parents, them either vote PMP and PMP, no, do not make us see if it go work. Andrew no work. Them switch back, them gonna vote to them parents a vote. Them not vote for Andrew this year. Not 30-year-old, down at 20 now vote for Andrew. When you call back the election.
Go tell
so, you know, do not need last 8 years.
Go tell them again though. Tell the people them again, say Shaggy is over there. Shaggy is over there too.
The two biggest beat in a dance hall right now, say PMP. When remember say Shaggy a burial. So no get it twisted. That's where B come from.
Oh.
And most, yes.
Oh, yeah, I never looked at it like that. I was like, who is the other B? Is it Berries? Because
no,
I'm going to look up the picture because
Shaggy.
it's a group of them though. It's a group of powerful artists.
And most of them were silent at PNP. You don't think we could have got uptown and not get kicked off? You think we could have got one house up at PNP? You try remember where the labor right bill off and notice all of the who will support labor right at uptown, a rich badness. And people will know and see we, the Jarretts them go look on them big name there.
I saw.
The Matalan them. When you go look, see how them take over the country since labor right win. Them take 8 years and take everything we own, all island them. Me usually they are mommy be SouFLo. I usually have a little scuba driver them now. The jet ski them down there. You know, so them run them off the beach and get to Issa own much jet ski out of mommy be now. So when the man them stay up a steer town and I look down on the hill and see rich people are run jet ski business and me cannot tourist. I two professional in Jamaica right now, you know, people can't tap gas school anymore. And I had a robbery and scamming. When you take Little Duns River from the next hustler them and steer town now. Tell me what people them to do. When I was living in St. Ann, there wasn't so much robbery. They sitting the female and go do nothing. So people like beach them, nobody can go to spear fishing and go shoot 2 fish and come sell again. How are they new job? Either chop the line or chop on, but I just open the bank then go and chop still. And unfortunately, no casualties. I'm not make me talk about the rest of parish them and the rest of place them, but then why up? Then you say rich people take 8 years and take Jamaica from me.
It looks so.
You know how much people have them jet ski and sit and park up down on the grill? Maybe your wife can tell you. And they establish official business because they have the collateral to do it and control Jamaica.
Right. And then when not talk.
Me never vote yet. And enough of my peers in them early 30s and late 20s vote for Andrew because we did want to see something different from what the PNP have. They are foreign so come election miss me and I'm new married. What Andrew not do nothing for the last 30 years. So all of them parents are directed. He will go out.
Wow. All right. Manners.
We
when your phone break up again,
All right, so I make the point clear. We don't get no hospital for 8 years. We don't get no parish council road. We don't get no library. We don't get no school. We don't get no social infrastructure. Yeah, you invest in them build up on a building down there. We go eat them back down like chichi.
Manners and respect here.
Okay.
We can't name no asphalt. We can't name infrastructure. All this man get up and talk about his infrastructure. I saw here somebody said the other day, and it really got my attention. We can't name no asphalt. And no asphalt, no has. We can't has H depend on the asphalt there. Asphalt. Yo, Jamaican people are the sweetest. Yo, we love it, you see. We're different, you know. We are so far, never beat it down. We can't name no asphalt. Jaja. But that's true. She says either them choppy line or them chop uno. All right. Don't leave the people with limited options or too limited of options. Watch out now. Yeah, let's give this like 5 minutes only. We're gonna move on. Phillip Paulwell baby daughter, 10-month-old, and her mommy still missing. Not 2 weeks now, them gone. A vehicle pull up. A woman and her child jump in the vehicle, never to be seen again. The talk is getting louder and louder that Phillip have him hand in at this. That is the talk. I'm not saying I said so. So don't come for me. No cease and desist needed. I'm not saying anything I'm saying is factual. Don't come for me. No cease and desist needed. Me I talk about what the people I'm talk about. I'm talking about the comments I'm seeing. I'm talking about what I'm hearing. People are look on this and I said, no, this not right. Because like I did say from the beginning, I just said something just to provoke thought. And I said, but something funny because the mistress at his house says, or in his relationship says, she never know nothing about that, the baby there, until we find out. So basically, I found out when y'all found out too. But at the same time, she get notification that woman and baby exist on side. And as soon as you find out, them disappear. That look kind of fishy still. Them not tell us, they haven't told us who is this person that was taken off of the airplane. This person is not in custody. Them put up big front page news. Person was taken off of airplane at airport. And first they didn't even want to tell you which airport. Dig and find out. They didn't want to tell you which airport. They didn't want to tell you if it was a man or a woman. Everybody are run with it and make up them story. No, a she, them catch her at airport, them catch her, you frigga you. And it wasn't a she, it was a he. And them a tell we said this he was also on the watch list. So that's it there. A prominent politician, the mother of his child and that child go missing. Why the news stations aren't carrying it on a daily basis? They should have this at the forefront of the people's mind. Like, remember them. This is urgent. From the day we hear said them missing, 2 days after 2 people say something, 1, 2 article print and 2 man say yeah and they, and that was it. That was it. Nobody not say nothing more again about them. A scenario in my head says, remember I know, me not say you do nothing. I'm not accusing. I'm telling you, I'm making up stuff. Just so they don't come try to do me nothing. I am making up stuff. Foolishness me a chat. Hey, my girl, you can't make my woman find out about this, you know. Matter of fact, hey, me pregnant. Dash it to her. No, me not do that, because I don't believe in abortion and them something there. You hear me? I say, dash it to her. Can't do that. Well, you can do what you do. Me, I keep my baby. Blood fire. No, me risk losing everything because this woman said, I woman do that something all the time. Breed. And then man, I tell you, say, yo, I have my family. From you say you breed, dash away. And suddenly, I don't believe in abortion. Me not dash away. You have to go do what you have to go do, but me not dashing it away. All right, damn it. Me have to go up and pick me on the side. Jaja, how me I'll tell my wife this or my woman this. This I gonna mash up the rest of my family. I'm a prominent this or that. This I gonna mash up my business, blah, blah, blah. Too much at stake here. Hey, listen. You better not make none of my colleagues them are my woman find out about your existence, you know. Then some people want to be on front page. I want the world to know. And the rest is history. Yo, me never tell you, say, don't make anybody find out. Angle that for me. Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Lost everything, you know. Yeah. Disappear everything. Yep. Yeah. Not even from my phone. But you know the call go already. I'm making a prediction right now. I'm going to move on to our next topic. But I'm giving you all different angles to see this from. I'm making a prediction right now. Somebody say I could have even sacrifice. You don't know. I'm making a prediction right now that her and that baby will never be found. I know our family have said, Jesus Christ, you hear what I just said? I don't want to seem insensitive, But may I make a prediction? Her and that 10-month-old baby will never be found. God spare my life, I will be here. I want me there for years. So when I say, remember back in 2023, when we did say they will never be found, it's 2029. You see, so them still not found? Okay. We are got 2030. All 2040, them still will not be found. Me don't know, something just tell me, say, who responsible for this? They're right in front of it. But this was done in a manner in which, poof, it's like disappearing in thin air. Nothing ain't gonna come out of this. So all Jashii of them are going about them take man off an airplane and them do this and them do that and stop flight and all these things. All distraction. All distraction. I don't want to send out condolences yet. That was just my prediction. But condolences should be in order. Because of that one. Sad. Sad. And next thing is brewing. I don't too like talk about people business until it become public, you know, because there's a difference when something is already public and you're discussing it from a public informed point of view versus when you go dig up people's stuff and accuse people of. I know some people are going to be like, yes, SouFLo, you're not saying he did it, but you're insinuating that he did it. No, I'm not insinuating nothing. Don't use my words and twist them. Me a make up stuff. Me I tell you, say me I make up stuff. Me I look on the scenario, me I look on all the information we've been given, and I am saying hypothetically, me I make up stuff. Well, what could I go on? I wonder if I could have this. I wonder if I could have that. And that me I do. All right. At the end of the day, the man has said, yo, he don't care about the narrative that's out there. And the woman has came forward and said she has nothing to do with it. So they've professed their innocence and their concerns and how it's an urgent matter for them and it's hard to deal with. Me think me did hear say, Audrey, right? Because I would twist up your words. Yeah? No. Not to go another 1 year. So, over the weekend, entertainment artist, dancer, reggae artist. He's not an icon yet, but him get him bust for sure. He's a young icon in the making. Jashii. News headline says Jashii's brother was shot and killed. Now, remember when me did say, remember when the youth allegedly, because of them put it out, so JCF gave that information to news entities put it out like that. I regurgitated it, read it right from them straight to you, right? That apparently this is how the altercation went. Jashii's mother got into an argument with a youth named Romy. Some people are saying Romy and them man they did like down in the area or gunman in the area or something. Me don't know. I come from around there and I'm not in people business like that. They talk of the town. Anyhow, straight from the news says there was an altercation between artist mother and man. Man throw water upon artist mother in a mother face or something. Somebody run go tell artist say, oh, them dash water upon your mother something. Artist say, oh, this is done mother. Come, go down there and go feed him. It is alleged, not alleged. He admitted to going to meet the person, have a conversation with the person, and he said when he left, the person was still in one piece. However, shortly after he met with said person who had allegedly disrespected his mother, said person was full of a gunshot, dead, round at the same place, round there. Everybody said, John, and the artist do it, you know, and the people them round the artist do it, you know. Mom and dad came out and said, don't mix my son. Him not have nothing to do with this. People are call up Jashii and what do want me do? Run with from which part, make born and grow. Right? Remember his mother's interview? She said, when I left here, so people are the vlogger them. And the vlogger them. Right. All right, the father came out and said how good of a boy the artist was and how them send him go up a so and so go learn to play instruments and these things. Artist take away himself. Police say artist is wanted. Artist made sure he went and got 2 top attorneys, Peter Champagne and I forgot what the other guy's name is. They goes to the police, he's questioned, he's released. I said, this not answer. Wait for more. All right. Couple days later, wait for more. Birthday party or some kind of party is keeping. Artist had to run, like how Usain Bolt takes off on the 100-meter dash at the Olympics with full speed because gunshots were flying into his entourage. And 6 people out of his entourage picked up gunshots right after that incident. Artist say, I got away, I'm fine. Next thing I know, artist dropped 2 hot songs and went away overseas. As artist is overseas, after him get shot up and him 6 people around him get shot and these things, I said, that not gonna answer. Watch for more. The reason why I kept saying watch for more is because me not inject myself in them business. I'm not gonna even talk what I heard or think or know or whatever upon the one day. I'm not gonna say what the one day is. Watch for more. So I am here watching for more, and boom, over the weekend, headlines. Same artist, brother shot and killed in the same place there. I said, okay, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 1 more is 3. 3 + 1 more is 4. This is adding up, and it's adding up right. Okay, brother killed. Before me could have lay down and get little sleep and wake up back, 3 more people get shot up in that area there. 2 dead. 5 + 1 is 6. Watch for more. Watch for more. That's all I'm going to say. Watch for more. This not done. Am I implying that this has something to do with the artist? Watch for more. That's all I'm going to say. Here what? Watch for more. Vicky said, how is he going to perform in peace? Well, you know, some people, badness are them thing, you know. And them have bad people around them too. Jashii told us out his own mouth, say, police him use. So, I remember when Jashii said, police commit the crime, them. I said, Jesus Christ, who get a little youth at that interview yeah, and nobody never try tell him say certain things, you know, say. And them say, yo, SouFlo, allow the youth, man. Can just talk it plain. Them youth, they get a youth where, you know, them not too polished like everybody else, but them not lie. Them talk it plain. Just listen to what I say. Say, all right. But you know, sometimes when you're young and you just say some things, it come back to haunt you later. And you said, damn, if me be a little wiser, I would have never said that what I said. You know? Just like Buju said, he would have never sung Boom Bye Bye had he known. You know? If there was more age and maturity there and him understand more how the world run, he would have never make a song like that. Because all the heartache and pain that it has caused. And all these things. But anyhow, I pray for safety and I pray for the gunshot them stop flying. But I tell people like this, right? Anytime toe get mashed, it's gone. Blood gets spilled, done. Because one thing we know for sure is this. You're not killing my brother, I'm going to come back and kill yours. I know that's for a fact. You're not going to hurt my mom and your mother sit down and smile every day. Hi, everybody, how you doing? It's not going to happen. So, the reprisals will continue. Whatever is going on in that area, are you saying it has to do with Jashii? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying exactly what I said. 1 + 1. All of this is happening in the same area. All of this are happening back to back in the same area. Jamaica tiny. And then when you squeeze it down into a community, it gets even tinier. That's all I say. So I heard somebody say war got broke out a grand spend. War got broke out a grand spend and the youth Jashii got cause it. That's what I heard. Me don't know if it's true. Jashii if you know if it's true. But I pray for him peace and safety. And I hope he's not involved in anything, you know, we're gonna let him in a situation like Vybz Kartel wasting talent and doing time. Yes, LA. Exactly. Me come from a community in Jamaica, we're coming like Grand Spend. Not that it doesn't look that way, but the size and the build of it. And don't nothing happen around there where everybody in your business. Everybody in your business. And if anything big one, just know, sir, whole heap of people in there know. But the game I got play. And we're going to just watch for more. Yeah. But we talk about this one now. Shabdan. Shabdan is going to prison. I think they want Shabdan bad. And I don't think he can escape this one. I feel like all the Vybz Kartel associates, if you don't run away from Jamaica, you're going to prison at some point. At some point. Shabdan case is a triple murder case. All the footage that I used to do the last video I did on Shabdan when him get locked up and never get bail, got denied bail, I saved them. They're still on my computer because I'm waiting for this update. Waiting for this update. And here is this update. Dancehall producer Shabdan and co-accused get triple murder trial date. How you went from a prominent dancehall producer to a triple murder case? When then the whole cartel, then they make up their mind, say him now get leg up because first him get caught, then bring him in, says ganja, large amounts of marijuana was found. And then next thing we know, we don't hear about the marijuana no more. We just hear about a murder. And the people them say, watch out, teacher go bust that and come out. And when by the time we look around, we hear about another murder. I say, yep, ain't coming out. You're gonna beat one, but you're not beating the other. I saw the game being set up. A November 20th trial date has been set, according to the Loop News. November 20th. For the triple murder case against controversial dancehall music producer Linval Shabdan Thompson Jr. following the conclusion of a plea and case management hearing in the St. James Circuit Court. The producer and his co-accused, Tajay Clark, they were further remanded by the High Court's Justice Judith Pusey after the conclusion of the court proceedings on Thursday. The two were charged with 3 counts of murder. Last June, after 3 people, including a woman, were shot and killed at a birthday party in Marl Road in Rose Heights, St. James, on the 25th May 2023. The victims were 24-year-old Chamario Calvin, otherwise called Chippy, 27-year-old Chadwell Frazier, otherwise called Bombrain, and 26-year-old Tonian Reed, otherwise called Two Fly. On the night in question, 5 people were shot. When masked men sprayed them with bullets, 1 man died immediately after the shooting, and 2 others, and a man and a woman, died overnight. The police reported that Thompson Jr. was taken into custody by the Joint Anti-Task Force, the JAGTF, following the operations in St. Catherine South Police Division on June 3rd of 2023, and Clark were subsequently charged. The accused men have been in custody since that time. Thompson Jr. is being represented by attorney Tom Tavares Finson. Boy, I'm afraid for use Tom Tavares Finson for my attorney, I'm not lie. The way how me see Tom Tavares Finson give with a Vybz Kartel case there. I actually did a video back in the day where I said, I wonder if Vybz Kartel's attorney was actually against him. Because you don't stand a chance. And I remember them doing an interview, I think, where one of them said, you know, we never really pushed the issue because we didn't even really believe that they had a case. There we were in court going through the process, and I think we might have treated it too lightly because we didn't really believe that they had a case. And I said to myself, so you're going there, fight for my life, and I talk about it, I take it easy because you don't believe they had a case? Right. Well, he has Tom Tavares Finson while Clark's defense team is being led by attorney Katie and Coleman. Thompson Jr. has a separate case in another jurisdiction, though, the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. And that one is for the bribery. Remember when the policeman said, him try to give me $2 million for hide the gun. And remember when I said, they want you off of the road, so they're going to say anything. One thing I trust is video footage. This is one of the reasons why I think that all our police officers need to be fitted with cameras. Body cams. Fit them with it. That way there would be footage that says, yo, officer, come here. May I give you $1 million, you hide that gun here. And the police say, what? Oh yeah, try to bribe me. They say, come here, man, squaddy man. All right, make it $2 million. You go to court and you play that, it's a wrap. Done. But no, this turned into your word against my word. Are they biased against me? Do they don't like me? They've had a smear campaign against me. Everything bad going around the area, them call up my name all when I'm now nowhere near there, blah, blah, blah. And your attorney can fight that in court. Here one. The gun that was in the car when Shabdan got locked up, the other guy that was in the car with him said the gun was his. That guy was sentenced already. He pled guilty, and he's currently doing a 6-year and 1 month prison sentence. So he beat the gun charge, because it wasn't his, it was this guy. Of course, you know, everybody say, oh, please. I pay the youth if you take a gun charge. The youth are going to do him 6 years, come out, and $2 million go ready for him. $2 million ain't enough for me to do no 6 years for nobody. Not even one. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo. All good.
Welcome, family. Talk up for winner.
Hope all is well, you know.
Mm-hmm. All is well.
Pertaining to this, yeah, man.
All right.
More talk about the infrastructure pertaining to the police force, right?
Hold on there. Yeah, I forget the speakers close to the mic because you are very low.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you sound the same. You always sound your phone always sound a certain way.
My phone, what's up?
You know, come through crisp like everybody. I want you to be heard. Yeah, so as far as the Shabdan case go, that is it. So comes November of this year, November 20th, a triple murder trial will begin for Shabdan. That's going to be interesting. Stay tuned because I'm definitely going to be following it because I want to see what happened. I'll make my prediction from now. They're going to make one of them stick to him. The thing we have about the Shabdan incident is this. Shabdan, okay, so the description of who did the shooting was masked men who nobody could identify. But people there still said they knew that it was him. Now, if it was done by all masked men in a moving car at night and nobody could identify, how could somebody pick me out of a lineup? Because all the men were masked. This is what was described. All the men were masked. But you picked me bareface out of a lineup. So, hey man, go with it however you see, right? Audrey writes, so, well, it kind of depends on where me have to do my 6 years. If me get to do it time where the rich people them do them prison time, me might consider it 6 years. Me can make $2 million in 6 years. No, me good. I'm good. Me not doing no 6 years nowhere. A man prison different from woman prison anyway. Y'all be in there braiding hair, telling stories about your children, exchanging pictures, start calling each other auntie and uncle. Yeah. For no kind of something where you hold on and take in a like painful life for you hold on and sitting. I mean, no one nobody can do that sitting there to me in there. So no, me not going to nobody prison for no 6 years. I'm gonna mix up in a archive. No, sir, me good. That's the road. Keep your money. I'm not hurting that bad. I'm not hurting that bad. Keep the money. Make sure me can make something going for me in 6 years to where me can live comfortable if me I have financial issues right now. Me can't do that behind prison. Worst part is you gotta do the time and them don't have the money. Don't have the money for you or them take back the money. I don't take back the money. You know how much draws me in there wash for man? A laundry machine they call me, you know, dog. Big man shit about the draws me in there wash, you know. 6 years, you know. They have me for the cell block and twerk, you know. Kuya. Be a twerk, me know. Me never remember myself. Me God left myself, dog. When my money there. Wow, me I'll kill you. All right, back in there, you're going up, Kaya. You're kill that blood. For my money, my money there. 6 years. No, sir. If you tell me, say, me I go on castle for 6 years, I might consider. Me not even like lock up in a one room in my house for too long, much less 6 years in a prison when we have no control. All them strip search there. Them strip search there alone. Me I watch a video that day. Me see a man. What's the video called? It's a series on Netflix it's called The World's Worst Prisons. And him started off by saying, I myself have been convicted of a crime I did not commit. Him have like an Australian British accent, but he's really British, right? But him travel so much around the world going through the most dangerous prisons. Sometimes him go to some prison, me see them just quick search him and let him in. And even him say, boy, this is not what I remember. But then others, them have the man that skin out himself naked. No, them strip search there. And then you have to do that strip search every time somebody come visit you. Oh, me no want no visitor. Your mama come visit you, you mad as hell. You cussing the whole time. Yeah, mama, I wanted to see you, but I didn't want to go through all that. You know what they doing to me in here, mama. You know what they doing to me? You know what I had to do to come see you today, mama? No man not playing on my body again. No, don't come see me again. Me see you when we come out. Right, me? Yeah. I'm cool. I'll pass. Audrey Wright said, I take all kind of pole in my hole. I take all kind of pole in my hole. I take back the money. No, sir, somebody have to dead. Murder. Yeah. No, sir. Hey. But yeah, what? I wish Jashii all the best in his situation. I hope it's not escalating because of him. I hope he's actually somewhere just making a dope album that he's gonna drop sometime soon. This is me wishing good for everybody as I wish for myself. I hope whatever is happening in Grandspen is absolutely nothing to do with him. I hope him parents safe, right? In a them place. Mama not have to run away and daddy not have to hide. But You know, 1 + 1 is 2. Same thing for the little girl. I hope she is found. Phillip Paulwell's 10-month-old daughter and her mother. I hope somebody have them somewhere in some house and they plan to release them sometime soon. I hope that's the case. Yeah. And Shabdan and the murder case, I hope your lawyer talk good when you go to court and you can get off. But please tell him, say, don't do you like how him do Vibes Cartel trial. Because me look for Tom Tavares Vincent Sideway after that. After Cartel was convicted. Anyhow, there's a sad story here. Listen to this story. And it ties into the other one. I'm going to run through one first and then go right into the next one. So, here's a story here about 2 young ladies. I shouldn't even say young ladies, they're babies. 2 little girls. That's them. Their pictures are on the icon. Walk good, everyone. Karen Notice, thank you for stopping by. We're going extended a little bit this morning. I have to use up the space when we get it and the time when we get it. You see it? All right. A story here, sad. Both of them. I see a story come out of Jamaica over the weekend that hit me in the worst way, and I was like, yo, let's get straight into it. So the Portland police are awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination to ascertain the cause of death of an 8-year-old girl whose body was reportedly found with a plastic bag over her head at her home in the parish on Friday. At her home in the parish on Friday. Home is supposed to be a safe place, right? Right? If things go bad and you find her, you should have found her out a road. You should have found her in bushes. You should find her at somebody else's house. At her home. The deceased is Venice Burke of West Baptist Avenue in the parish, Portland. One to go on with. Reports are that the child left for school on Friday afternoon and the child went home. While she was at home, in the care and the supervision of a close family member. Indications are that at a point, the child became noticeably missing. Where is she? And the relative went to locate her and found the child lying unresponsive in a pool of urine on the floor in a section of the house. She was also reportedly seen with a plastic bag over her face. The child was rushed to the hospital. The child was pronounced dead. Venice, little Venice, is the second 8-year-old girl to have died in extremely questionable circumstances since Friday. Just since Friday. Talia Thomas or Thompson. If you look at the icon for this video, I'm going to show you them face in a minute on screen. But if you look at the icon for this video, Talia Thompson is the one in the yellow shirt. She's all the way to the left. And the one I just told you about was the other one more towards the center of the picture. Venice. Talia Thompson now. Another 8-year-old, grade 4 student of Discovery Bay Primary and Infant School in St. Anne. She was raped, brutally murdered by a male neighbor, your neighbor. And that happened in Discovery Bay on Saturday. Now, there are some conflicting reports on whether the deceased child's surname is Thomas or Thompson. That's why we put both of them there. The police said that Thomas was her surname, but Talia, who was an entrant in this August staging of the Mini Miss St. Anne pageant, she was entered with the surname Thompson. He allegedly raped that child and then inflicted several stab wounds to her body. The suspect, who is said to be a sanitation worker, he then attempted to take his own life after he did it by using a 9mm live round of ammunition in a pliers, which he then heated. So Him have bullet, but him not have no gun. So him take the bullet and he took a pliers, heat the pliers hot, and squeeze the bullet with it, and I try squeeze it to make the bullet go off to kill him. The bullet exploded, but it only caused an abrasion to his forehead. It didn't shoot and go through because it wasn't guided by a muzzle. A muzzle like a guide a bullet, and then after the bullet goes out, it will continue to travel along that trajectory of that straight muzzle. If you have squeezed it from a pliers, it can just boom and go anywhere. So the bullet exploded, but it didn't kill him. Now, after failing in his effort to mortally injure himself, neighbors later found the man stabbing himself up. Multiple stabs with a knife, a big knife. Little Talia was seen laying on a bed in a pool of blood. The police were alerted and both wounded persons were taken to the hospital where the little girl pronounced dead. And the male suspect, admitted for treatment, is under police guard. His medical condition is said to be stable. The police are expected to question the man in coming days, which will stay on top of it to figure out what go on here, so. Now, these babies aren't safe, man. These children are not safe. I keep on saying this. Jamaica erected a mural, and the mural was supposed to have all children who have been killed by the hands of adults, people who were entrusted to take care of them. Not children that died accidentally, not children that died from sickness, illness, diseases, nothing. Children who were murdered. And we ran out of space on the mural. Little names on a wall, big wall, big mural. And we run out of space to put name on it since the mural was made. I think we ran out of space 2 years ago. What does that tell you? I mean, go look it up. What does that tell you? And I remember when they look at you picking them, they come out and tell us that they fear for their safety. I forgot what I think it was UNICEF, some UNICEF meeting. And the kids were like, we fear for our safety, we're not safe. One little girl got up and spoke about how many predators are around her. And she walked down the road, yeah, so man, I look at her, picnic. She there her house, unscrupulous relatives, family, friends. Look at these beautiful little babies. These beautiful little babies. She's the one she's the one with the double last names. And then she's the one who at her home. So the neighbor, Fishy, and they're trying to figure out who did it. That's her with the bag on her face. Oh boy. I don't even know what to say. I come from a time in Jamaica where certain things you dead for sure. For sure. I'm willing to bet that the brother there will stab up himself and try to shoot himself with bullet without gun and all these things. I bet say I'm old enough to come from that time and generation too. I'm surprised that they did nothing to him. We've changed. Every now and then you hear community came down and did something to someone, but it used to be a regular. That's why things like this never go on too regular. Now I said molestation wasn't going on, it was. And from older generations, they have a lot of stories to tell themselves. But now, them take it to a whole new level. It's obvious it's somebody who knows that little girl that did that to her. the bag over our face, the suffocation. And the other one we know is a neighbor. When I tell y'all watch your children, when I tell you watch them closely, when I tell you don't trust nobody around your children, people still not listen to me. My level of paranoia is, I'm looking for the word. Like when it comes to my kids, me not trust nobody. Not even them own mother. And they got good moms. Not even them own mother I don't trust. When me tell you, say it's a different time we're living in and you have to watch your kids like closely, like beyond close, be all up in their business, know which part them there every minute. Almost impossible to do, but you have to make yourself that way. If you're going to go get lost in your devices, your computer, your cell phone, your scrolling, watching social media, whatever you're doing, make sure they're at least in eye shot. Forget earshot, because you will get caught up in something and forget. If I'm home and I'm in one of these rooms watching TV or watch a program or something, or I'm in here doing some work, we just jump up, always. Can't sit down for more than 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We jump up and start looking for picking them. If I don't hear them, I go looking for them as soon as I don't hear them. Because my kids are wild and free and they're loud. So anytime them go quiet, I'm like, something not right. Like, you have to be paranoid nowadays if you have children. She came home from school and was left in the company of a trusted individual that is a close family member. And then this happened. Here, what close family member? You would have to go tell me something. Angel D says, well, I don't trust the father. So if you don't trust the mother, we're even. Yeah. It's my children. And let me tell you why I don't trust parents. Even the parents. Watch this story. Sentencing has been postponed as an American convicted for sex with a 12-year-old child raises hell in the courts. This story was just printed. The sentencing exercise for Robert Benoit, a Caucasian American who was in March this year convicted in the St. James Circuit Court for having intercourse with a 12-year-old girl after she was handed over to him by her father for transactional sex, was on Friday postponed after he became boisterous and demanded a new lawyer in the court. So I just him come to Jamaica to come do and get catch. And the daddy, yeah, I said, look a girl, I like her and thing. Damn, she look good. I'm a daughter, you know. Start by daddy drinks, daddy licky and wanty. Go from buying him drinks to offering him money for his daughter. And him carry him daughter, go give the man, according to the reports. The incident has resulted in his former attorney, who is Christopher Townsend, expressing concerns about the man's mental state following his conduct on Friday. I don't know about that with that. Him did saying enough to book ticket come to Jamaica. He was saying enough to be there doing well. Him know to avoid gunman and road trap. He was saying enough to be living normal and happy. So don't come with this now about mental state. The 59-year-old Benoit, who was unanimously declared guilty by a jury, comprising of 5 men and 2 women, following his deliberation in March, had at the time declared that corruption and racism had a part in his verdict. Corruption and racism. I would have liked to tell this man, say, if anything, it would have worked in his favor to be Caucasian, because nobody no love who white is right. Why I think so much Jamaican bleach out them skin? Are you them try to look like? We come from that colonial past that still lingers, where light skin get in, dark stay back, type of thing. So if anything, that would have worked in your favor. A guilty, a guilty. Friday, when the matter was called up, Benoit again ranted, resulting in his attorney Townsend making an application to withdraw his representation. The lawyer jumped off of the case. I don't want to try this case no more. Unfortunately, he seemed to have lost confidence in his ability to represent him, and I am most concerned actually about the state of his mind. He seemed to have been talking a lot and saying all kinds of things in the courtroom at the point where the judge had difficulty controlling him, and so that having been the case, I was constrained to make an application to withdraw from the matter. This is what he told the Jamaica Observer. Oh, so just like that, y'all ready to give this man crazy pass, right? The application was upheld by the judge, who saw the circumstances. He had expressed a desire for a particular counsel to represent him. I made contact with that counsel, and hopefully on the next occasion when the matter will be brought to Kingston, that counsel will be able to adequately represent him, Townsend said. He's already found guilty by, walk with this, he's already been found guilty by the jury. So what's the holdup? What kind of more represent? A sentencing time for come now. And then after sentencing comes appeal. After the man get found guilty, so he has the power, right? After he gets found guilty to say, nah, stop. I'm just going to start act crazy. I not even want the lawyer no more. I want a different lawyer. I wouldn't be surprised if he's saying he wants Peter Champagne. And they're stalling court for him. You've already been found guilty. The verdict was handed down already. So the next step should be sentencing. So even now, sir, after you've been found guilty, the Caucasian thing is working for you still. Because we don't get no talk. Benoit, the Observer understands that's his name, Benoit. He is to be sentenced at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston Friday, September 29th. Today is the 25th. That's the end of this week. And that's for go on. Now, based on evidence that was unveiled in the matter, the incident took place in December of 2020, 2 days before Christmas. And according to Benoit, who is a regular visitor to the island of Jamaica, he went in the community to give out care packages to people there. You see how long I talk to you? You see how long I've been talking to y'all? One of the things I've said over the years is that Jamaica's tourism industry booms. Enough people come. You know why they come? They come because auntie and uncle, cousin, and even the picnic them upon them own. Remember, the world now is different. It's not hard to meet somebody today and link up tomorrow, even if them live in our next country. And you have so many apps. But the age of consent in Jamaica is 16, and it's in the Caribbean. So, hey, why not shoot two birds with one stone? But here's the thing. The 16-year-old, them, when they meet them, the 16s are actually 14s and 13s. And they come out tight. Man, I say, the nasty man, I say, I'll pay $300, $400, $500 US. If it's a 13, 14-year-old. Some of them family member here so licky. Here, you can have my daughter. 500 US is a lot of money. We can do a lot with it. According to Benoit, who is a regular visitor to Jamaica, tell him get catch. He was in the community to give care packages. A lot of them come under this too. Oh, we're coming in the name of the Lord. Yes. And we're going to look for all the children who are downtrodden, and who need love and attention. Yeah. They're coming for the vulnerable ones who have been discarded already by society. Parents don't want them end up in a foster care bunks from here to there, run where people start touch them up, don't know who to trust, afraid of everybody. You think they don't know? According to Benoit, who's a regular visitor on the island, he was in the community to give all these care packages to these people. The girl's mother said in her evidence that she was responsible for taking care of Benoit's rented home in the area, and so she would go there to cook and to clean for him. She, however, denied knowing what transpired between her child and this man. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. You brought your child over there when you went to go cook and clean for this man, this strange man. You know, I was in Jamaica, right? And I stayed at this nice place. One of the vlogs them is about it. Beautiful place. Down a Negro. And there was a lady there. And the lady that cleaned our house, because it's houses, right? I mean, I said, yo, we can't get a house instead of get one little hotel room or something. I don't do that in Jamaica anyways. We need one whole house because I want to feel like me there home. And, you know, you have family house and all these other kind of houses. But when we're there, you're in different parts of the island. So each time I go, I try to go to a different part, right? So we can pick up a new vibe, learn a new thing. All right, we're in this nice place. When I tell you my place was pristine, clean every day, I could have eat off of the floor in there. I said to myself, say, yo, why me live a foreign though? Then I remember, you know, the opportunities and the finances, which, so I say, all right. But she brought her daughter to work with her. And a vibe did take me when I looked in her direction and I saw the little girl with her. The little girl looked upon me like very, like intimidated kind of thing. But at the same time, I said to myself, I said, I don't want to see our women taking their children to these kind of works with them. You have to think about this, you know. I don't want my daughter come help me clean no house and hotel room and them something there. With the people them were rented still there. Because this is how these things, you gotta keep your kids away from certain places. And I know you think you can protect them all the time, but it's best to just not bring them into certain environment all the time. Not blaming the mother, just saying. The young girl said that night while she was at his house, she was awakened from her sleep by this man. And he was on top of her. And the man had full intercourse with her. This is when our mama bring her go there. Go clean up the man place and cook for him and something. According to prosecutors, on the night of December 23rd, Benoit visited the family's home. And according to the child, she was instructed by her father. Her mama first carry her over to the man place. And that's how the man get king. And it's that's how them start feel so, oh, carry him come out with house, our actual yard. I'm not too hype for foreigner. I left me there in Jamaica and I work. Them don't know which part me living up. According to the child, she was instructed by her father to spend the night with the 57-year-old man and bring back the money. Our own daddy. Go spend the night with him and bring back the money. She said right after her father made that statement there to her, this is her. Right after her father made that statement to her, so go spend the night with him and bring back the money. That means that them done talk already and price negotiate, you know. And him say, yeah man, that good. She said right after her father said the man buy her father a bottle of Magnum and grab her hand and left with her. A Magnum drink. And grabbed her hand and left with her. The following morning, the young girl said that night, after I leave with her, while she was at his house, following her father's instruction, she was awakened from her sleep because he makes she drop asleep and everything. And then him jump on her in the middle of the night. She was awakened from her sleep with this man on top of her. And the man did the full do. The following morning, police acted on information because somebody told them, showed up at the residence in search of Benoit. And when he finally emerged from the dwelling, the young girl told the police that he had been inside trying to hide her. I know where him door was wrong. I tell you these stories to tell you that in our beautiful place, there's a whole heap of friggery is going on. And we keep on crying for better, but you have to understand the levels of the friggery that's going on. You know? Gunman a kill people and can't get catch. Yes, it's because the woman them in his life is hiding him, taking care of him, making sure he's well taken care of and thing. And when they come out to kill and go back to which part he needs to go back to, he have pum good food and everything in there, he's good. She'll carry his gun for him. She wash the dirty, the bloody clothes, she lie, she make up alibi for him, everything. Oh, the children them are broke out. Yeah, them own parents are sell them to foreigners who come and move through Jamaica freely. Me tell you, sir, I'm in Jamaica recently, man, and I go to some places all up in some hill way around a Clarendon there, so, and I'm surprised to see who's there backpacking through the place on not a care in the world. And we come from there and here we. But I hurry up and come out of that place before it start get dark in a car. Not them. They're there like it's theirs. He was subsequently arrested. When asked if she was in a big Jamaica, but let me cuss bad word. Listen, this is what them asked the little girl. If she was in a relationship with the man. A little picnic, you know? She's 13. You got asked if she was in a relationship with the man. Big 50-odd-year-old man. She's 12. She's not 13. She's 12. And when police come and find her in the house, first time I call out Fim name and him not coming out. And you know one of those, if you don't come out, we're coming in because we know you're in there. Him come out on the veranda. When him come out, she's still in there. When they finally got to her, she said, yes, him was in here trying to hide and him was trying to hide me. So as big grown people now want to ask like a 12-year-old if she's in a relationship with the man. But you know why they ask that? Them ask that because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. I see a video from a little girl the other day. I see her, one of them pat up her, called the braids tight and thing. Yeah. She was like, fuck me, pay me and forget me, boy. Fuck me, pay me and forget me, that me say. Little girl, you know. And I was like, Jaw, look at our kids. Look at our kids. At least in my time, we didn't know certain things, you don't even speak it out loud. If I them the road they are going to take on. Fuck me, pay me and forget me. Why? That girl couldn't have been no more than about 13, 14. I say, you see this right here, sir? Now, hear this out. When your family, when the head of your household goes to work, because Yvonne Wallace, imagine that JLP government look to Cuba for teachers. If you live long enough, you see everything. All right, hear this. When your family, the head of your family goes to work, and that is a hard-working man and him work 80 hours for the week. That's double time. 40 hours is a work week. 40 hours is Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. 80 hours for the week, you have to go double shift whole week. for a double shift 80-hour week, him only make 100 and something US. This is the head of your family. This is the protector, provider, man, right? A tourist, a 50-something-year-old man, see your daughter and say 500. You see? A lot of these young ladies and young boys, when you see them with all the latest stuff on them, now nobody are foreign, we are send down nothing for them. We are family like mother and father and then same thing, but they're fresher than everybody else. And them hang out down at them area, they wish for tourist people there. Especially in those towns bordering tourist areas. That's why I'm glad to come from way up in our bush. We were undisturbed and we're still undisturbed. So me there, I no bad influence and no strange people around me. Which part me come from if your face in there and nobody no know you? Somebody I go check to find out who you is and who you can see. The little girl them know where to go to. And them hide and them do it. It's not right, but they do. Cause them look on them mother and say, Daddy work whole week, 80 hours. I not even see him. I'm tired when him come in, him drop down like somebody shot him, like him dead. And you want to tell me, say, 30-hour, 1 hour session with one of them nasty man, yeah? And my daddy would have to work the whole month to make this. Matter of fact, he have to go work more than a month to make this. Poverty is a hell of a thing. When you're the person that's in government and you keep on holding the people down, $50-something for your whole work week, 40 hours of work week, $50-something. Because that's what it was before. They raised it to $80-something. And then act like they give. We raised minimum wage under the JLP administration. We were the ones that raised minimum wage. On a wicked etc. Look how long we hold it down and look which part of it did hold it down at. Complicit like with everybody else. And well complacent too. And now election time draw near. We raise minimum wage. Sir, it's still not enough. And then people here know, and them come, and them take advantage. So when them ask the little girl now, are you in a relationship with him? The little girl says she remains silent. She never said anything. The poor picnic try to figure out how you are going to ask me at 12 years old if me in a relationship with this big greyback rascal 56-year-old man. Me at 12, sir. But when after asked if she had sex with him, she nodded her head. Says yes. At which point the report says, Benoit ball out. Oh God, man. I started sweating profusely. That, oh God, man, that was damn. The jig is up. I got caught in Jamaica. All right, let me see if I can bribe out one of them officers here and get the hell up out of here. They arrested him. And them charged him with having sex with a person that's under 16. Because 16 is age of consent. The child father was hauled before family courts to answer to child abuse charges. The child is 14 years old now, and she is in the custody of the state. They took her away from mother and father. And now, all of a sudden, his mental health is to be questioned because he don't know what I'm doing. I doubt very much this man is saying, so I'm going to do an application to take me off the case. I help them, I try to help him. Because them same lawyer there, I talk about, something's not right with his mental state. I help. That is a testimony from a professional viewpoint from somebody that is highly esteemed to vouch for his mental state. I'm around him, he's not doing well. Move on, go. That them I do. Instead of prosecuting this man to the fullest and going in, if I did all me a fee my turn, me lose everything, because me I get up and say, Your Honor, I feel bad about this, but nothing wrong with him. This is all orchestrated. Don't you see he was fine before? After guilty verdict, him lose mind. He should be in Jamaica in a prison for a long time. Because if you come to the U.S. and you do that and they catch you here, you're going to do time here in a U.S. prison before them fling you out. If them fling you out. But just for showing how the thing's set up. People, if the children are the future, then we must really protect them for real. Not just in talking, but actually doing it in real life, for real. You know, yesterday, me and my cousin had a reasoning, and she said, you know, me bring up some topic and stuff about Jamaica and stuff, and she was like, man, a bigger things are going, like these children, like these mothers and fathers that stay around being complicit to what's going on with these children, damaging these children. And it's true. All of this needs to stop. But it's going to have to stop from a fundamental basis. It can't just word of mouth and stop. They're going to keep coming. They're going to book those tickets. They're going to be on the island. They're going to be searching. And as long as there's a market for it, as long as there's a demand for it, as long as poverty is so, how should I say it now? As long as the damn minimum wage is less than $100 a week. I don't know if y'all been to Jamaica lately. You go there, you like, damn, Jamaica nice. It's expensive as hell. We say, yo, I'm there for it. I'm going to spend this much money. Who's supposed to survive at a decent life? That's all. As long as they keep doing all that, one into the other, it all adds up. Where you are going to tell a big woman now? So she figure slave for $89 for the week. She say, yo, I'm going down on the North Coast. Some of them money are 200 US, one go. Head and backers. You remember a girl we are walking around and talk about head and backers. Backers are head and backers officer. Head up. Everything for sale. Head and backers. 200. And you have butter every day you go work. And you not even make, you make $89 for a week. And then by the time you take out taxes and all these other things, you're not left with nothing. Sad. But it's by design and it can be fixed. Here one. We're going to leave it here so this morning. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. Shout out to the people who said Buju Banton does not owe anybody any explanation and should not give anybody any explanation. He has done his time. He did his crime. He did his time. Let's move on. And I understand that. If a man is trying to become something better, then there's no use in dwelling on his past. But I also understand the ones who say, be truthful and then move forward. Be transparent and truthful, then move forward. Then anything else that comes out of you, we'll be able to say, yeah, I believe him because he's a man that is very truthful. He'll never come back and deceive me and tell me about, yeah, it's a conspiracy against the eye, you know, come and sing the song name, boom, bye, bye, you know. Tell the people them the truth. And then now when you talk to them about politics and stuff, then we still give you that ear as well. I understand from both sides. With that said, we're going to leave it right here this morning. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be good. Karma is real. Think before you do. And I'll catch you tomorrow morning. God spare my life right here on Morning Thoughts. All right? Children are the future, man. Protect them. I'm out. Peace.